If you are sick of losing side control, you need to watch this video. So I am seeing more and more people online and just more people that come into the gym that say, I don't want to use side control because I feel like I lose it so easily. And when I was coming up in jiu-jitsu, this is actually how people treated mount. And so it's not anything wrong with the position, it's just something wrong with how people understand the position. The first and most simple understanding of this position for me is that your head position is wrong. So you will not see a high level side control player have their head right here. And the reason is because Jeff can lift this shoulder off the ground. And even without that frame, even if he's just over my back, I cannot keep him flat with this head position. We always use this term in my school, chin over trap. And what that does, when I go chin over trap, when he goes to lift that space, it keeps him down. He is not able to create distance in that direction because I'm hooked on his trap. We ignore this idea all the time in jiu-jitsu because we just grab the lapel instead. And so it accomplishes that goal of not letting him escape us. And so then it kind of creates this bad habit where we hold side control. We think that this is a good position. This is side control, but I really don't have any control. So that first habit to get into is just to learn to pin him right here. Now, with somebody smaller and more flexible like Jeff, they're still able to turn their hips, even with good pressure, even with a good cross face. And so the second thing that people do wrong is they don't kill the near hip. Okay, so as I'm here, if he tries to scoot his hips away, oh, he just beat me on that space. I cannot allow this much space because I have an open door for him to create a frame and get back to his guard. And so what we do from here, while chin over trap, is we just make sure we're occupying right next to his hip. So if he does that same thing, there's no space here, okay? And now from here, I can really start to apply pressure to Jeff. Now, I think the third thing that people do wrong in this position is they don't respond when somebody creates a good frame, okay? So when Jeff frames my neck, if I just try to stay here, and I try to keep that, he still gets back. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hand fight. We're gonna transition our arms to those same spaces we just talked about, over his trap and on that near hip. And now as he goes to escape, I'm able to keep him very easily, right? Because I killed those two spaces. We call this idea diagonal control. And what you'll notice is you have to kill those joints diagonal from each other to be able to keep top position and keep a guy flat. And when we're looking at stopping escapes from happening from any pin position, keeping him flat is the most important thing to be doing. And so again, those ideas are just to accomplish keeping our opponent flat so we can cook him in side control and eventually get the submission.